Our first question is going to be about Bulgaria, because you were in Sofia and Varna just 2 days ago.
Yes.
What was the purpose of your visit?
Well, first of all, we met our people, our pilots and cabin crew. We do it every year to understand, their perspectives on how we are doing, what is good, what can be improved. We also met some of your colleagues in the media. We met our business partners at the airport. So this is like a very good way of very quickly getting the picture of what is going on in the country. And on that basis, we can come back and we can start putting actions in place, what we need to improve, what we need to do differently. So that was a very good visit in Bulgaria.
What is your impression about the performance of the airline in Bulgaria and your future plans?
Look, I think we are having a bit of a mixed bag, I would say, in the country. Maybe a little better in Varna, a little more to be done in Sofia. But we are doing it. Let's not forget that over the last few years, we have been dealing with a lot of issues. When we had to ground aircraft due to engine circumstances, we had to deal with the geopolitical issues like the war in Ukraine or the Middle Eastern conflict. So it's been a very fast-changing environment we were in. And now we are more consolidated. We are growing again. We are getting these aircraft one after the other. And I think we can focus on really building the business forward.
Yeah, you already mentioned the problems. We're standing just behind one of it, the engine. Pratt Whitney recently promised to get back all the engines like 100% operational by the end of 2026. Do you believe them?
No, it's not going to happen 2026, but I think it can happen until the end of 2027. I would believe that.
How happy are you with this aircraft? Because now you're transitioning the whole fleet to A321s. Is there an inherited risk of having a single type fleet of such a large aircraft for short haul and medium haul routes?
Look, of course, there is always a risk.
Yep.
But if you are operating a mixed fleet of aircraft, you have the risk of too much cost, too many complexities in the systems. If you look around in the world, there are a number of successful airlines with a single aircraft type, what they operate, and I think this is the strategy what we are pursuing. We believe that the A321 is currently the best aircraft in the world in terms of economic performance, in terms of sustainability performance. So we are very proud of being the world's largest operator of this aircraft. And I think this is a tremendous source of competitive advantage for the future for us.
But with 240 seats, how insulated are you of a sudden drop in demand, like the COVID or any other crisis?
Yeah, look, that would happen. But, if you look at the last 21 years of the company, we are pretty confident that we are low cost enough that we are able to stimulate the market and we can fill the airplanes. These planes are operated by 23-24% load factor on an annualized basis. So we feel comfortable that it is not the matter of the aircraft size for demand, but it is the cost of doing business what really matters. So this aircraft delivers the lowest unit cost. That's why we are flying it.
You scaled back the order for A321 XLRs. Why?
Yeah, because of the engine exposure. So the A321 XLR would have exposed us to more hot and harsh operations, which we can do given where the engines are. Hot and harsh operations eat the engines 3 times faster. So basically, the more we do hot and harsh, the more engines we would lose, the more aircraft we would ground, which we can't afford.
But what about a potential for long haul, low cost for Wizz Air?
That's not our business.
Even transatlantic?
No, that's not our business. I don't think that we are looking at that. We want to do very well what we are good at, flying people from A to B in Europe.
Last question. You just recently announced kind of a business class. Is that drifting away from the ULCC model and looking more towards like carriers like JetBlue, for example?
No, I wouldn't put it that way. I think it is more of a reflection of understanding the different segments of customers we are flying, that we are no longer just an airline flying, workers from Central and East Europe to Western Europe. We are flying a lot of leisure customers, inbound, outbound, and even business customers. And this is just an opportunity, I think, to better meet the needs of a segment. Yeah. And this is a very small kind of a variation to what we used to be doing. But we are not changing anything in the aircraft. Same seats remain, same products remain. It's just positioning this value slightly differently to better meet the needs of customers.
And loyalty programs, attracting more customers?
We have a lot of loyalty type of programs. We have the Wizz Discount Club, or you can fly. So we are trying to create more variations of loyalty depending on your interest, depending on your needs.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.